Hey there, folks. I'm Joe Crawford, and every day I go to CSSBattle.dev and do the daily target. Let's do today's. I'm gonna set the light blue, and then make the first circle. The first circle that I see, and I think what I want to do is actually a conic gradient to do that square. Conic gradient. So let's do that first. We'll do the light blue, 75% around, and then the dark blue, 0. There it is. I'm going to move it over 100 pixels, and then 50 pixels down. And I guess I got to hide that paragraph. All right, so let's move this around. 110, 20. 125, great, and then down 6, 7, 8, nope, 75, great. Oh, and so the height is correct, so it's going to be at 100 pixels, comma, 120, 30, 40, 50. So I only need one variable there to get that right. And what have we made? We made that. So I'm going to do background of red, border radius 50%, and I'm not going to keep these actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do, let's set the margins. I'll do it the dark color, and let's push this into place. 60, 0, 100, 200. Nope, that's not where I want it. I want 1, 2, this number needs to be greater. There we go. 160, 220. This number's lower. 5, 55, and then down more. I was saying that this is 50 wide, so 2, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And then more. So basically I'm using margins to push this into place. 5, 6, 7, 8, 85. Close. That number is not big enough. 57, let's say. And then this goes up. 275, 277. Okay, so that's the perfect size. So it is 50 tall. Now I don't like all those margin numbers. Like, as much as that's correct, knowing what I would like to do is just do 0. So I'm going to do 0, and then I need to, it's 277, so it's 50, so I want, what's the internal? It's 400 wide, minus 50, 350, divided by 2 is 175. So I'm going to do 175. And that's the code I want to do. But actually, no, is that not right? Have I done the math wrong? 85, 75, 65, 165, 167. That looks right. Okay, so we have simple margins, a background. Now I'm going to do box shadow. It's all box shadows now. Is this a good way to do it? I don't know. There it is. Okay, so there's our first. And I'm going to set a color of light color first. Color is that, and there it is. So there's our first one. So let's move this around. 10, minus 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, 75, 77, sure. And then probably it's going to be 40 pixels, 77 pixels, great. And then the next one is going to be minus 40 pixels, 120 pixels, maybe. 30, 40, 50, 60, 62, no, 58, 57, 57 of course, and then same number again, 40 pixels, 157 pixels, and then we're going to need a minus 100 pixels, 77 pixels, and then a plus 200 pixels, 157 pixels. But those need to be the dark color. So I need the color. There we go. And I have those numbers wrong. I don't need a background officially, so I remove that. And these do reduce very nicely, but that's what, minus 110? Minus 110, great. 1, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 110. 110. Totally symmetrical. Submit. Let's see if it's right. So this is a box shadow technique. A single paragraph element does the job. Minify, unit replace. There's kind of a lot of them. That one's not super efficient. But it is somewhat satisfying anyway. Let's see, did I run unit replace? I did, and none of these numbers really particularly do a great job at setting that up. I guess one thing that I could do is set that margin to be 167. But then that puts that very low on the page. It shortens the code, but then it makes it a little bit more complicated as far as where it's going to be, and that's no good. So what's another way we could do this? What if we do we'll do blank template and then create the element, radial gradient. We know it's 50 watt, 1Q, the light color, or actually transparent, 25 pixels, and then the dark color. And then let's set our margins for that element. And let's put the light blue. Plunk. And then push this into place. 2, 6, 7, 8, 75. 75 is correct. 100, 120, 120, no, 115, no, 117. And then the height needs to be a little taller. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to put an at value here. At 10 pixels, probably 20, 30 pixels. 30 pixels probably is the number. Oh, it's close. It's not 25. No. Is it 35? 35 and 35. There we go. And then I say it's at 0, 0. Make it 100 pixels wide, or 70, 60, 70, 80. 80 pixels by 80 pixels. And that gets me that pattern, which is nice. When I remove the at, I will need to move these minus 5 pixels and minus 5 pixels. Is that correct? I think that's correct. All right, and then I need, all I have left is radial gradients. So if I make a, let's see, can I reuse that radial gradient as a variable in some way? Probably not. So G, but it's kind of very similar. So I'm going to copy it. Plunk. Great. Now, this is a square, so I might be able to remove the 1Q, but I'm jumping around. But, okay, so I'm putting the background there. Clump, and I do var. G, and we don't see anything now because we're seeing through, and because what I want to do is actually the blue goes there, and then it's transparent, and we can't see it because it's behind. Minus 10 pixels, minus 50, there it is, we can kind of see it. 6, 7, 8, 100. Minus 30 pixels, 30, 40, almost there, 110, okay. and then we do the same thing again. And this one is instead 110 and then lower 40, and then we need the background color. And that's another solution. So we got a radial gradient on the element to create this pattern, and then we use a variable for the circles there. Is there another approach that we could take? Yeah, there probably is. So if we could do with, so I'm going to minify and unit replace just to see. But there's another interesting technique that we could use. Oh, and can I remove the 1Q from this guy? Yes, I can, because we only need the keyword circle if the element that we're putting that background on is not a square. That is, its X and Y sizes are the same. And in this case, this is a perfect square, height of 150 and width of 150. We don't need that, and that's actually a little bit of a bonus for us code-wise. So that's kind of cool. What the other technique that I wanted to show for creating the background on the body, which I will nuke all that, nuke that, is this. A conic gradient. Well, actually, so I'm going to do background. So I'm jumping ahead. Background, I want a radial gradient. And in this case, I do need the 1Q. And I want a transparent inside. And then this color on the outside. And actually, I'll do black. No, transparent is fine. And then I'm going to do an at value. At 100 pixels, 50 pixels. Where are we at? Oh. What do we got going on? Where am I? How about do black? Why don't I see it? I don't know where I don't see it. I might have something wrong. 20, 50, background radial gradient, 1Q at. Oh, I don't like that. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm seeing. Let's do keyword red. Oh, because I don't have, this is so the thing I got wrong is I did not put a color stop. That's the thing I messed up. All right, so let's move this over. 5, 6, 7, 8, 85, no, is it 90? Again, I know I did these numbers before. I do not commit them to memory. I'm concentrating on other things. And 110, there we go. So if we do that, and then I make it repeat, can I make it repeat just within this? Maybe I can't. Oh, maybe not. I still need it twice, don't I? Oh, that's interesting. 0, 0. So there's my circles. 2, 10, 20. Maybe this is not too bad. And then give it a height. Oh, that's not working. Why isn't that working? 100 pixels? Oh, because it's at that weird spacing. So 1, 20, 30. Because of the thing that I did. So here, this is where it got tricky. Because I'm at 110, I'm at 90 pixels, 110, and the actual size that I want is not correct. So this 220 is this, so that's a problem. That is a problem. So let's do this. I think I still need it twice. So now I'm going to do this. Nuke that, and then put this where I want. Minus 10 pixels, 20, minus 115, and then up, minus 30 pixels, 40, minus 20. Okay, so that's how that looks. And it almost works. What happens when I give it a height? Then I get that. So that's almost good. It's not quite good. 110, 90, 80. I think 80 is correct. Minus 10, there. So that's actually working how I want it. But what that means is, oh, so I still have a technique. So here's what I was going to do. I was going to make these transparent. And then what I need to do is just fill those. And I was going to use a conic gradient, which would be nice and clean, but I think I can use a linear gradient instead. Is this a weird technique? Yes, it is. Linear gradient at an angle. Is this sufficient? No, this is not going to win you any code golf. But I kind of like it. So I'm going to do this just so I really explicitly see it. 30%. And I'm going to do red just to really highlight. And then this color again. Oh, this is kind of fun. So that's two gradients. And so I've got the angle, but I have the angle wrong. Okay, so what I want is, what, 45? No. So 35 maybe. And then this needs to be more. 4, 5, 4. Okay. Oh, and then that angle is totally wrong. I need it very much more acute. So what is that, 30? 25? 25 might be right. 60. And this may not work, admittedly. But you can see that's kind of working. I'm going to go ahead and put the color in. So that's kind of working. 6, 7, 8, and that worked. Beautiful. So not the thing that I thought it would be, but so this radial gradient, which looks like that, and then we have a linear gradient behind it with a line that goes this way. And because of the way I did this, so the reason that works is this radial gradient back here on the paragraph element is transparent, but we don't actually get, there are no extra dots, right? So if we take that paragraph away, that's really what we've got. So I kind of like that way. It's a fine reminder that you can use odd gradients together to create interesting effects. Like you wouldn't, I mean, it's not practical. It's not really practical. And it's a little hard to work with too. Like those are odd numbers. So not the best solution. The highest scoring solution, I guess, is this guy here, which is 2 radial gradients on the body and then a paragraph element with a repeating gradient. And that's the cleanest solution to my way of thinking. And there's always the nips and tucks you can do to remove code to improve that. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good day out there. It continues to be a hard year, and it's just January 14th, 15th in some parts of the world. But take care of yourself, take care of each other, go make a webpage. See you tomorrow.